Hey everyone, if you're currently a student or a recent grad, the career landscape you're about to step into is undergoing an absolutely seismic shift. In this explainer of our source material, we're looking at a hard, fast-approaching deadline, 2030. The countdown to massive AI automation is literally ticking as we speak, and it's absolutely crucial to evaluate your future trajectory right now. This isn't some sci-fi movie, it's the reality of the labor market you're walking into today.
Think back to when the calculator first entered the math classroom, or when the internet completely revolutionized how we use libraries. AI entering the workforce is that exact same kind of massive paradigm shift, but it's moving like 10 times faster. We really have to ask a straightforward, urgent question. Will your hard-earned degree actually survive 2030? This transition totally shifts our mindset from passive studying to active preparation. We've got to ask ourselves whether a machine could do our intended entry-level tasks faster and a whole lot cheaper in just a few short years.
Section 1. The Automation Countdown. Let's dive right into the specific job categories most at risk by 2030.
Starting our countdown at number 3, we're looking at highly repetitive, rule-based roles. I know a lot of students ask, what about my entry-level job? Well, for recent grads, this heavily impacts those traditional first-rung positions. In marketing, think about roles focused purely on basic SEO keyword entry or writing generic social media captions. In the IT sector, this means low-level QA testing or basic system monitoring. AI excels at predictable patterns. Basically, if your daily work is like a standard operating manual without needing dynamic human judgment, it sits right here at the baseline of vulnerability.
To see exactly why these entry-level jobs are so vulnerable, look no further than what real-world companies are doing right now. Just recently, the global payment network Klarna announced their AI assistant is handling the equivalent work of 700 full-time human customer service agents. 700! It's doing standard administrative processing and basic routing flawlessly. The logic required to execute these tasks is just perfectly suited for machine learning algorithms, which makes these roles the very first major dominoes to fall.
Moving to number 2, the urgency definitely increases as AI starts encroaching on much more complex territory. This really hits home for business and design students. We aren't just talking about basic data entry anymore. Right now, AI is whipping up initial UI and UX wireframes for design agencies in literally seconds. In finance, algorithms are instantly synthesizing massive datasets to draft standard quarterly financial reports. AI has moved way beyond just organizing information. It's actively generating coherent, professional outputs that used to require a junior analyst or a junior designer. It's almost like the AI just skipped the internship phase completely.
And the momentum is building incredibly fast across healthcare administration, logistics, and marketing all at the same time. As a leading tech CEO recently warned in our sources, AI will likely replace tasks rather than entire jobs at first, but those tasks make up the bulk of early career work. When you look at the data trends up to 2030, the growth trajectory for traditional data processing absolutely plummets, while AI-assisted and prompt engineering roles just skyrocket. The sheer speed of this software adoption means replacement can happen almost overnight.
Okay, so the number one most anxious question I get from university seniors right now is my highly specialized advanced degree already obsolete? We all kind of tend to think that as long as we have specialized training, we're completely immune, right? But the answer to that question sits right at our number one spot, and it completely flips the traditional hierarchy of job security upside down.
The most surprising target for automation actually includes highly specialized, knowledge-based roles that rely heavily on pattern recognition. We're talking about medical diagnostics, complex coding, and even mid-level management. We used to believe these roles were the ultimate safe havens because they took years of intense academic expertise. But as it turns out, it's like a giant puzzle, and AI is incredibly good at reading thousands of medical scans or debugging millions of lines of code far faster and way more accurately than a human expert ever could.
Let's break this down with 2 different career scenarios for our recent grad. Take the story of a graduate named Alex. Alex followed scenario A, competing directly against the machine on raw data processing and strict rule-based tasks. Unsurprisingly, Alex really struggled to find a role that software couldn't just do cheaper. But then, look at scenario B with a grad named Maya. Maya leaned into a role requiring strategic negotiation and empathetic client communication. By leveraging AI to knock out all her basic, tedious tasks, Maya absolutely thrived.
Section 2. Safe from the bots. Okay, take a deep breath because this is your 2030 anchor.
Looking at the forecast for skill development up to 2030, the absolute highest premium is being placed on emotional intelligence. The roles most insulated from AI are deeply human-centric. This includes skilled trades requiring complex physical dexterity in unpredictable environments. But for the corporate world, it means roles requiring deep empathy, like counseling, human resources, and high-level strategic negotiation. Plus, navigating the complex ethical problems of deploying these new technologies, that requires a human compass. An AI might be able to diagnose a patient, but it absolutely cannot hold their hand and empathetically guide a family through a complex treatment plan.
Section 3. Adapting your career. Let's get into your practical playbook.
Here is your exact checklist for starting a career by 2030. Step 1. Heed the warning and just accept that your industry is going to change. Step 2. Look at your intended role and figure out how you can pivot toward those human-centric categories we just talked about. Step 3. Upskill today. Seriously, don't wait for graduation. Jump into online courses for rapid skill acquisition right now. Go get a certification in AI prompt engineering, take a workshop in emotional intelligence, or knock out an agile project management course. Delegate the robotic tasks to AI yourself and focus your energy on the human strategy.
Ultimately, the class of 2030 is already being defined by the people who are adapting right now. So what actionable steps will you take today to secure your future? Will you let the countdown run out while clinging to vulnerable, rule-based tasks? Or will you aggressively pivot toward the empathetic, complex, human-centric skills that machines simply can't touch? The technology is moving insanely fast, but you have the power to position yourself perfectly. The clock is literally ticking, guys. It's time to make your move.